What up? Your boy MC Shadow. Wanted to talk about now today politics. Especially these people, because look, I'm not Democrat, I'm not Republican. You know what I mean? And I'm from the streets, you already know. So it's not like I get paid by neither of them, you know what I mean? And even if I did, I wouldn't even take the money, because no amount of money will make me lie, you know what I mean? But I want to talk about this because, they, like the Democrats, they had their convention and everything like that. Now the Republicans were having their convention and, had their people that were talking and, laying it down pretty much, why you should vote for Trump and, and side with their party and yada, 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 yada. Now, how they always say about the Democrats, that the Democrats, how they spin the media their way and the media has their back and the media. And although I agree with a majority of what they say, here's the thing. The Republicans act like they saints. But are they really saints? They say that the Democrats use the media to manipulate everything their way, stir it their way, to scare people with the COVID. They're scaring people. They're scaring you to side with them and everything like that. So they use it for fear tactics and that the news shouldn't be used for that, and every time they just go on live on TV is just to stir up stuff and to scare people and everything like that. So let's hear what the Republicans have to say, and I'm pretty sure since they've been saying all of this, then they must not do or stir up the media like how they say about their opponents. So let's see how they do. I'm gonna watch this video.
Very optimistic and upbeat convention this week from President Trump.
President Trump is promising, as you noted, that optimistic message.
The convention that the White House is saying will be optimistic and upbeat.
Oh, okay.
You're not allowed to go to church. Anarchists have been flooding our streets, rioting, looting, and vandalism.
A land of discarded heroin needles and parks.
They'll disarm you, empty the prisons, lock you in your home, and invite MS-13 to live next door.
Oh,
Where you live.
shit. Well, where do I begin? Needles everywhere, huh? They're gonna let everybody out of jail? Damn, that's right. Free all the homies busted. Woohoo! They all coming home. That's right. Free all the homies. That's right. MS-13 next door, but what the fuck? We rivals, homie. Like, what the fuck am I supposed to do? Oh, man. You fools are full of shit, man. All that shit y'all talking about the Democrats, and look at you guys. Maybe it gets better. I'm burning into I don't want to be like everybody else and rushing to conclusions so quick. I mean, the video's not even over. Maybe it might get better. Yeah, we'll have the benefit of that. We're going to get in the benefit of that. The shit might get better.
Your family will not be safe.
With no hope of escape except death itself.
Locking up pastors while releasing violent criminals from prison.
Burn down the foundations of our country to the ground.
Abandoned buildings, liquor stores in every corner, drug addicts, guns on the street.
Crime, violence, and mob rule.
Spawns of Satan. Evil Longoria.
Fuck, man. I gotta vote Republican, homie. Fuck that. Donald Trump's my only salvation, homie. We can't have MS-13 next door and needles everywhere and releasing violent criminals. Fuck that. That's it. I'm voting for Donald Trump, homie. Y'all convinced me, homie. We need Donald Trump, homie. That was the only one that could save this world. Man, y'all lost your goddamn minds. See, this is what I'm talking about. I'm glad that the Daily Show did this and did it that way. I know it had a whole speech in front of it, and we should hear the whole entire speech and yada, 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 like I always say. But here's the thing. Even if you did hear that whole entire speech, just the fact of what they were saying, right? Just the fact that they said those things. The whole beginning speech and the whole ending speech it doesn't fix the fact that they still said what they said. There's no way in hell they would have been able to 360 it back around for it doesn't sound as bad as they were saying it sounded. No, they meant what they were saying and they know what they were doing. Because here's the thing. A lot of people, especially like in those mid-states, like Oklahoma, Kansas, Kentucky, and those kind of places, you know, where they don't really deal. It's a trip because they just like Mexicans, but they hardly have any Mexicans in those states, you know. But anywho, they hardly deal with Mexicans, so they don't know. They don't really know how they are, you know. It's kind of like saying, excuse me. It's kind of like saying that there's a bird that you never see before. You know nothing about this bird, and you're watching some fucking shit on TV where they're making it up, but you don't know it's made up, you know. And they're saying that this bird will fucking, you know, it spits fire and it eats people and yada yada yada. And then you see this bird, you're gonna be like, oh fuck that, you know what I mean? Because of what you've seen, you know, because you rarely deal with that kind of animal or whatever. This is pretty much what they're doing, you know, same thing, you know. But if you live like in places like where there's a gang of raza, like New York, Chicago, Mexico, look at me, I'm in California. Nah, but you know, like those places where there's a lot of raza, you know that, man, like we feed mass fucking and we ain't ever tripping, you know what I mean? But see how these fools like to stir it up? And I like that they always say MS-13. You know what I mean? See, in that last video that I posted up, I wasn't exaggerating that these motherfuckers love using MS-13. I swear to God they do. These fools act like MS-13 is one of the most deadliest neighborhoods in the fucking world. You know what I mean? Anywho. I mean, Republicans want to talk, but I mean, they doing the same exact shit as the Democrats. You know what I mean? So... I mean, come on, you guys heard it yourself. Look at the shit they be fucking stirring up. And then that's what I mean. Fuck Republicans and fuck Democrats. You know, they're both trying to fucking play us. And, man, you know, these fools are full of shit. You know, that's what I mean. Don't fall for the propaganda, you know? And all these fucking shit. Look at the way they fucking stir it up. It's fucking ridiculous. You know, this is one of the... I was watching, you know, what they had to say, you know... I watched it for like about 2 hours, you know, watching, you know, certain speeches and what they had to say and everything like that. And man, yeah, they were coming with that bullshit. I ain't even gonna lie, they were straight bullshitting like a motherfucker. You know what I mean? And it's like, you know, sometimes they normally at least speak some kind of like truth to it or something like that. But nah, they just came with that bullshit. You know what I mean? And it's like, who are you trying to kid, you know? But at the same time, the Republicans are the Democrats are the same way. So right now, that's what I mean. That both parties, they're trying to play us. You know what I mean? So that's why when you go vote, use your head. You know, I mean, they both full of shit, but I mean, like really think it through because they both coming with this bullshit. So I mean, I just want to point that out. You know, MC Shadow and I'm out.